EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on our home team. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always want spectacular. But in the playoffs, he'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoff and getting points on the board right away.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Ward. Wide open receiver complete. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing now, Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ward. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Ward. That's complete to DK. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A 10-yard gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Josh Downs, 54 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Pushing his way through. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Come on.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. A tackle made by Dorian Williams.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Throwing is Ward. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, here's Ward. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Dorian Williams drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. 2nd quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
62 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
on play action, they'll throw. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. In motion, the tight end.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Zay Flowers, 32 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And a first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
They go play action with Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's second and 10.
Get it.
Back to throw. Moore. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's across midfield. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Moore. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll work from the 36 on second and 6.
Here we go. Start. 6. Ready.
To the air again, Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 6. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Here's second and 8. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Dolphins.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So first and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That complete to Downs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins, first down.
Back to throw again. Throw caught by Flowers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Dolphins first down.
They'll look to throw again. This taken in by Downs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
15 yards. That's another Dolphins first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man is Barner, the tight end. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
That 18-yard line.
Second and 2. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
8 yards. It's now third and goal.
They'll throw now on the final play. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brings up third and 5.
Out of the gun, Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Ward. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Up the middle, H.M. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this will be taken at the 13. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Play action. It's Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Ward. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Trevor Etienne from 13 yards out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. The extra point splits the uprights. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together. Hand off to H.N. to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. He'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll go with the keeper. And a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. On those sneaks, Charles, so many arms, bodies in there. Tough to protect it. You see it there.
And you and I both know that behind closed doors, coaches just call that careless. You know you're going into a mass of bodies and they're going to be reaching for the football. And you're taught just to get low, protect the ball, and just drive forward and get what little yardage you need. In this case, let the ball get away from his body. It got knocked free.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Ward. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for the touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fighting his way through contact. Miami's offense set and ready to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 76 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19.
Throwing is Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Ariza is on the punt here as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy.
They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
First down.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
ETN once more.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's a second and 3 now from the 33.
Brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
On the ground, it's Taj Brooks.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 36.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now Ward. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
Cougar 19.
ETN up the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll give to ETN running right.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Get it.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
19 Tiger.
Brooks. Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Second down, goal to go.
Let's go. Hawk 70.
One more time with Brooks.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
I have to laugh a little bit because He actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And they're moving on to the Conference Championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.